Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello Libra, welcome to my YouTube channel and or my Facebook page if you've come across this video on Facebook. First of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to do that now or at the end of the video. But now, while you remember, would be great. The other thing is, these reads, the messages that come through are general. So they may or may not resonate with you. If they do, that's wonderful. If they don't, then, or some of it does, and you maybe can't fully make sense of it, don't totally throw it out the window, because it could be more of a forecast for you, which is why it's not maybe gelling as well for you at the moment, and some things may not have come to view for you at the moment. The other thing is that would suggest is to check out one of your other signs. So this is for Libra, and Libra may be in your chart, in your astrological chart, and it could be your sun, moon, rising, and or Venus sign for you. So so if you don't know what your other signs are that are connected to you, or you are connected to, there is a link in the description box below that will take you to a website that will, that has a calculator on it, and it will work it out for you. So check that out. So what it will do is help make sense or fill in some of the gaps, or one of them may make more sense to you than this one. So like for me, I follow my predominantly I follow my star sign or my sun sign. That's pretty much the same thing. So and that's and rather than my rising, moon, and or Venus sign. So so it's just what you feel more inclined to. So for me, the moon sign is about it's generally about our emotions, and the rising is about our life purpose or our soul journey, you could say, and our soul purpose. And the other, in the rising, the Venus is, about, love and finance, career, that sort of thing. So just that's what I mean, like, by checking it. So, and like for this week, I could totally resonate with Libra from what has, come up from other, readers that have put something out for this week and, or for the last couple of weeks in this month. So, more so than the Gemini one that I've had with a couple of readers that I do follow. So I haven't done Libra for this. I'm about to do you now, or that Libra now. So will be interesting to see how that pans out for us along the way there. So anyway. So I have, shuffled the cards, and the energy has been, blessed and cleansed and ready for your reading, as usual. But there seems to be a different air about it today. When I do it, it seems to be more, there's more of a connectedness with it, or more of an intention in it. And it's like, and it's kind of like, and it's because what I'm feeling, what I'm sensing is there's been a shift in you in some way, or a shift in the energy in some way where, that's affected you. It's just like, it's like paying more attention to something, or, it may not be everything in your life, but it could be meaning everything in your life. But there are some things which it actually has an effect on, in all areas of life. But there's something that that has been happening at the moment, and it's like, I don't know, something's being shifted or moved or tweaked a little bit, enough for you to like pay a little bit more attention to things, or make a little bit more effort with something, or just be in that moment and take a moment to, to give thanks for, say, your food, your dinner, the food that you're about to eat, or the water that you're about to drink, or something, or whatever you, or maybe you do this sort of thing, or maybe you do, or maybe not this sort of thing, but maybe, well, some of you probably do, but maybe you may have been taking more, notice. Maybe you do these, okay, where they're going with that is these, because they're talking about altars. So it may be that you have been doing some intentional stuff with, say, the moon cycles, or you have been but you've been like loosely doing it, and you know, and it's like you've made an effort, you've attempted, you've done something, and it's kind of working, but there's that feeling that you need, that sense that I need to go a little bit deeper, or I need to, or I want, or I feel drawn to, not so much just a need, but there is a kind of a need, but not in a needy way, but it's like you're like more drawn to do something differently, or, you know, or put a bit more time in it to research something, and it just, you know, it just kind of feels right anyway. There's something else in the back of my mind, and I just can't get it out at the moment, and it could be the same thing with for you. Just can't get it right out at the moment, but there's something shifting towards that. So I could see some like epiphanies, you know, that have been happening, something like sparks of light just flash, and it's like, okay, I get that now, and yes, I'm all ready for that now, and I know that now, and it's like there's something more, you know, you get this little bit more of solid evidence, or the solid proof, or this, you know, something that comes in like this epiphany, that just like, okay, I'm sold now. Okay, I've got this clue that I'm just like, kind of just like to help me to walk across the line that you've put there, I've put there. That sort of sense. And some of you, that's what it will be about, but some of you, it's just like, yep, I get that now, more so than before. So, but there's a sense of calm and peace around it, and there's a sense of, that's like, you know, you're doing this, whatever it is that you're moving into is more, there's more calm, more peace, more of that deeper sense of knowing that, yes, I'm heading in the right direction, and that sort of thing. But it's, and now it's just walking that walk and walking that path, knowing it's a bit like the, you know, the Fool, you know, in the tarot deck. It's like there's something new coming, or you're coming through, and you're going to be making this step and taking this leap of faith, as per se, into something new. Maybe not straight away, but, you know, it's like, and I feel like some of you have been feeling this move or this shift coming through this last years, especially this last 3-4 months, even, you know, it's even heightened, and there's a sense of clearing out things. And some of you, I'm feeling, they're telling me that you maybe haven't been clearing, or, you know, or working on yourself as much as what you could have been, maybe been a little bit resistant. So something is going to come and bam, and it's going to like, whoa, where did that come from? So, you know, just taking notice. This is about taking notice, being more in the moment, being more present with yourself, which is where they were going in the beginning. It's like there's a sense of more presence of what, and gratitude with yourself and things around you. So it's an absolutely beautiful energy. Okay, cool. Anyway, so today I'm going to be using the a deck that, I say a new deck, I've actually purchased this about 2 or 3 months ago, but I haven't actually used it, and, you know, with these readings, just had a tutu around with my own stuff, and, you know, with clients a bit, and also the Voyager Tarot. So the angel cards are coming up, so the angels that have given me a few messages over the time, and, you know, channel through some messages, and I just sat down, and there you go. So there's something, I feel like they're sort of talking about taking some time out for you. You know, really, I feel like some of you may have got to this point where you've maybe have burnt yourself out. You've been kind of listening to your body, but maybe not as much as well as you could have. So could have been, but on saying that, there is, you know, there is something happening where you, where in a way, I'm not going to take those because they don't feel right. I haven't finished my shuffling, that's how I know. Yeah, that something is shifting. Where are they going? Anyway, okay, I'll take that one. Okay, so, yeah, so I just feel like there's something about stating what you do, who you are. So, like, for instance, I just felt like I wanted to say, so I'm a psychic medium, a healer, and a teacher of spiritual and mystical things, and so much more. So I used to begin with that, and there is that there. I'm always, you know, intuitively I do read, and, you know, do readings as well. The readings are intuitive as well as, you know, other bits of knowledge and wisdom that have come across time through, you know, throughout my lifetime in this lifetime, but also other lifetimes comes through as well. And, you know, so it's kind of like, but I'm also, you know, I do other things as well, you know, on saying that. things that I've studied and that are coming more back into play again, and so that, which is really cool. So anyway, today and this week, I've been drawn to like shift the spread around into, you know, mind, body, spirit, and soul. So yeah, so we're starting off with the mind. So the Knight of Cups has come through, and the Knight of Cups there's talks about somebody coming in, a lover of sorts. He's been known for this sort of energy. So there's some sort of emotional stuff that's going on. Maybe you're shifted through something, and now somebody's allowing somebody to come in. Maybe you're put out for somebody, but this is, you know, there is, you know, typically there's somebody strong, you know, there could be somebody strolling on in into your life with this cup. So with the Knight of Cups, so I say strolling in because it may be out of the blue. You know, it's not moving fast, this horse. So it's like some of the other, like the Knight of Swords or the Wood or the where am I going? Sagittarius. You know, that's, you know, they can come in quite swiftly, but there's something there that I feel like it's these, you know, I want to say the word meandering him, or she, whoever that is, somebody's coming closer anyway, or moving towards you. Or it could be you that's moving towards somebody else. So it's, you know, somebody yourself. But I feel for a lot of you who are single, there is somebody that is coming towards you, male or female energy, coming through. So where are they going with that? So it's like, this is about, I feel like a lot of you have got your house, your emotional house in order, okay, when the way that you're thinking and thinking about things, so which is allowing this person to come through toward you. So I'm also hearing that some of yous, you know, it may be that you, if you are in because I want to be heading to some of yous who are already in a relationship. So some of you are actually maybe moving out of one and heading towards one, or somebody, even if you are is coming towards you and you may be already in a relationship. So it's whatever, I mean, I don't know fully what's going on there. Oh my gosh, so that's interesting because this one here is flipped out. The Lovers, so there is definitely something with love coming in, shifting, moving there, or something. And I'm just talking about this person like third party coming through as well. And so the Lovers is like, you know, known for like three people, a third party coming, you know, either leaving, coming into the relationship, or there could be somebody that's already there and you may be working through something like that with somebody, a partner that you're already with. The other thing I'm hearing is that some of you who are those of you who can understand this and who are already in a relationship, it may be that there's a part of you that's like shifting to tweaking and bringing back a love-based energy like towards your partner. So there may have been some distance, and there may have been, like, I'm picking up with some of you who have been separated and possibly even, you know, like divorced, and there's like this old love or, you know, a relationship that's coming back in toward you. So you know, however that, you know, that works for you. So there's some, and I feel like I'm hearing some of you are making some really beautiful decisions and moving and shifting and healing a space as well. Okay, well, that's really interesting. I want to take that one. So there's something, you know, so mind, body, spirit, you know, it's soul. So just keeping that in mind, mind, body, spirit, soul with these cards, how we're going. So there seems to be, for some of yous, yeah, well, a lot of yous actually, whatever's going on, like this, you know, Six of Swords here is, you know, there seems to be, might have been a whole lot of stuff going on, you know, this mental, emotional side in a spiritual way where you may have been going there, overthinking things about, you know, the past, and you may be on the spiritual journey and sorting something out that has happened in this way, not just maybe in the present, in the present or currently. It could be something that happened in the past that's been on your mind, in the sense, you know, that's it's coming through in this, especially with the three-party thing I'm hearing with that. Cool. But whatever it is, there is, you know, there are calmer waters coming through. So there may have been some sort of stress and something that you're letting go of or working through, why this Knight of Cups has come through, that you've manifested, you've had in your mind that, okay, I'm putting this energy out there, I'm ready and I'm able and willing to receive somebody into my energy to, as a couple, as a partner, as a romantic partner, building a romance together in that sense. So, and the Lovers comes along, so there is, sounds like that's a high possibility for some of yous or a lot of yous in some way or form. So just remember, like I said, this could be even if you're in a marriage and you are quite happily married, but there may be something like you've coming together, or you've separated, or there may have been some distance together, like with work or something like that. Not necessarily in a negative way, the distance is there, but there's a rekindling where you may be realizing that actually I need to make a bit more effort, or we need to make a bit more effort. So and for some of you, I just see there's something coming together. So taking some time out to rekindle something, rekindle your relationship, your romantic relationship with each other. So, but there may have been a little bit of strife. So there's some calmer waters now. Things are starting to settle down. It's like not going in your head though, just, allowing yourself to feel, yourself, your spirit live and, be, this, thinking that way. Yes, thinking in the sense in a spiritual way. So on a spiritual journey, oh gosh, that actually, things are calming down, okay? So I am able to really open myself and allow myself, without any negative thoughts or any bullshit that's going on. It's like you've worked through that, a lot of years, because that's, this is where that's the Knight of Cups here I'm feeling is at the moment is talking about for you. So anyway, what do we got for this? Oh, the Soul. So the Moon. Okay, so the Moon reveals a lot of secrets and, and mysteries. I'm feeling like connecting that with the High Priestess who does that. There's a connection there with the Moon and the High Priestess. But the Moon, when I say that, like with those cycles that go on, talking about the secrets and the mysteries and that sort of thing, the cycles, and you will have really felt it this year, not just with the moon cycles, but with the planets, aligning up or shifting around, as well, and with Mercury retrograde, Saturn and everything like that, when they're in certain spouts, it's like you can get really dumped on at times. So and I think, and I know for myself and many others, there's this last full moon here in it was in November, was really dumped a lot, like there was a lot of really interesting energy. So that's on there. So I just feel like there's a lot, the moon is helping you to shift through things and connect with the moon energy. She's just super amazing, and start to get an understanding of the cycle of the moon cycle. So, which is, and often you can feel that in yourself anyway, with the naturalness of your intuition and connectedness with energy, even if you don't know it, even if you're not, really into this side of things and a spiritually aware or type person, you can see people and notice yourself, like your energy will just start to pick up, and you think, gosh, I've got this amazing amount of energy, and then you can you utilize that time, because that is connected to the moon energy. And then you might go through, like I say, coming to a full moon, like geared up, there is probably something that's going to be, like a time of processing that may come, and it's like whoosh. But it's not always like that. Sometimes our energy can be a little bit not as dumped on, and maybe not so feeling it so much, where you're feeling a little bit more tired than usual, or a little bit, maybe unwell or something like that. If you're, and just wanting to say, if you're unsure, remember to go and check it out. Go to a GP and check it out. It's like, and the moon cycle moon phases do bring up stuff, so be aware. So that is like on the soul side of it. So connecting with the moon, finding out a little bit more about these moon cycles, and like I say, naturally you will be feeling stuff, and and a time to slow down and those times, you know, like when you're getting dumped on, at times that in a way your body is saying, let's slow down. If you're getting really super affected by it, just take note of where the moon cycle is. And when it's waxing, you know, when the moon is waxing or waning. And it's not only just for our energy, but for, you know, whatever we do in life, you know, projects, whether business, starting new projects, winding up new projects, you know, and like you may feel like there is, you know, there is something that is going on with you in a personal matter, like as in, you know, emotionally, with working with the past, even the present, when things are coming up that you're needing to declutter stuff, emotional stuff from the past, you know, in this lifetime, but maybe also the past in another lifetime as well. So it's really interesting how they go. So anyway, so there's something about that you may be going through that has been in the recent past, and even maybe like right now or currently going through a phase of this. So so, and then we're moving now into like this one here, going to the mind, into more of the now, moving into the future, where the Emperor has popped up here. So he's a man of power, of, you know, taking power, taking control, or being in control, you know, and being in power of his own stuff that's going on. So he's also like, in a way, they're bringing in, you know, he creates stuff. He takes the time to learn and know and be and do. Takes action on stuff, but he also, you know, is one to like give orders as well. That's what I'm hearing. So some of you may be in a position where you have, you know, been, you know, where this is about you taking time for yourself and being in your own throne, basically, you know, and that's not in an asshole-ish way. This is in a way that's, you know, of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure. So he is one, like I say, I'm just hearing like who has worked towards, or does work towards, and is one who is a leader, but more so in a man of power, that energy. So I do feel like some of you is maybe having to jump into that energy, you know, and thinking that way, being assertive, being in your power, and, you know, making decisions, basically, really listening to your intuition and allowing yourself to be creative in the way that you're thinking, being, doing things. So whatever it is that you're working on or working towards or moving into with relationships or moving away, I'm hearing like something to do with businesses as well. So there's a shift in there where this Emperor energy comes in, and it may be that you're already in a business, or you're moving into a business or a new job or career, and as you're going through this process, it's like this is why you're needing to, or, you know, I say needing, you know, that it's advisable, encouraging you to be in this space. Okay, go into that space. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So there's something new coming through, moving through, like physically moving through, like you've got this mind stuff, you're like, okay, you've got this plan, you've got this structure, you've got this idea, these goals, and now you're going to do it. And the you know, the Emperor is here to, you know, he will do it, you know, so he's an action taker as well. So for me, I kind of see him as a cross between the King of Pentacles and the King of, King of Sagittarius, actually, I was going to say. So there, you know, the King of Wands. So there could actually be, you know, a Pisces energy with this Lover. It's a water sign that's coming through towards you as well. May not be, but may be, or has a Pisces in their chart. So, but the Emperor here is, you know, I'm hearing, you know, there may be, for me, I'm hearing maybe more either an earth sign or a fire sign that's coming through, that's around you, that, you know, helps you to, you know, to step into that role, or helps you to move through something, shift through something, and, you know, and it supports you as you move into this Wands, because something new is happening, and you're taking more action. There's some sort of movement Because for me, you know, the Wands is about motivation, something about you following your passion more, or being more passionate about what you're doing, no matter what it is that you're doing. So it's maybe you've lost a little bit of passion in your job, even though you know that you like it, and it may be, and you love what you do, but some things may have happened, and then you may have lost a bit of passion in your job. But I just feel like for some of you, it's maybe that too, but there's a sense of passion that's outside of your job too. So it may not necessarily be about your work. It could be something that is in your playtime, in your social life, in your outside of work time that you do, that you may have lost a little bit of passion that's starting to come back up. It could also be a job. Or a business that you are starting, or you are reigniting again your energy, so whatever it is, and it's like in finding a little bit more passion within there again, but in a little bit more movement. I do hear though for some of you there is a brand new movement in the way that you're doing something, and doing something like a, you know, towards your life purpose, or towards a purpose that you've been wanting to something that you've been wanting to jump into or onto, and it's coming through. So the World is the next card that's come through, and there's three of you in the spiritual side of things. You know, the World card there, and that, you know, the World really, like, there's that, you know, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it, the World is really out there for us to be able to do what it is we want to do, be, give, and have in our lives. And who that you want to be, do be given have in your lives as well. And you know, it's like it's there, the World is there, and there is a world of information, and it's like, and I do feel like whatever it is that you're doing, in a sense too, they give me another way of putting it, it's like there is something happens, and it's like it opens up your world a bit more than what it was, basically. Okay, and then we have, oh gosh, the Ace of Cups. So there's something where, you know, there's something about the emotional side as well, which is interesting, which is beautiful, where there's you're thinking a lot different emotionally, your emotions are shifted, so there's more of a control of, more in control of, you're not just like on your mind, but I'm just hearing more of how you feel about things, and understanding about certain things, and your intuition is shifting as well. So it's like, because something, you're taking action. Wow, this is really interesting. And it's like listening to this moon, and following. There's like you're listening and you're following the energy. Basically, you're listening to what your energy is saying to you. That's what I'm hearing with that. So, and it's starting to move into this. So really tuning into your intuition, because I'm hearing intuition there. Cups is about, our emotions, feelings, and intuition, creativity, but also our relationships with ourselves emotionally as well as others. So there's something in there where you're more on top of that. You have more of an understanding, more of a knowing, but you're more at peace with whatever's going on, and you're more able in your power in a way. Because then here's the leap of faith, there's a fall, so there's something around where, and because this is, you've got out of your head, and you're moving on, you're letting this stuff that you may have been on your mind about, and moving into your power and taking control of your life, and your movements of life, your decisions and things like that. You've made a decision by the sound of it, and you're moving, you're leaving whatever it is that's rough waters into more calmer waters, basically. But then these beautiful cards have popped up here, so there's more of a sense of you going on your spiritual journey, basically, on a journey with spiritual journey, whichever way you want to look at it. But and the world is your world starts to open up a bit more. Wow. And the fold here, there's a leap of faith that you're taking somewhere along the line with something in your life. And yes, of course, there's going to be things that may crop up. So the leap of faith, and you may have people, thinking, wanting, and, a bit telling you, oh, why are you doing this and why are you doing that? How come you're going this way? But it's like, this is your life and you making a decision. So there's that sense of, not letting people talk you out of doing something. It's all for the right reasons, of course, because it's like, there's a sense of, I'm hearing like codependency. That's like, there's a lot of this word has come up lately, this week especially. You know, there's lots of different ways of looking at it, you know, about, you know, codependency. And there is one of the things that on my Facebook page, and I've posted up, that was shared onto that page, because I love the way this lady talks about it. And it's helped me to be able to explain it better, in my view, anyway, to others when I work with them, and also myself. And it's kind of like, whoa, yeah, and I kind of, but she talks about like narcissism as well. And it's mainly because she's been through a relationship like that, so she's studied that and she's been in it. So it's very interesting, and how she talks about codependency. But it's in that video. That's just one video, but you may want to have a watch a few of the other ones as well, just to get you know, a little bit more information about that. So as well. So, not saying that is for all of you, but there is a sense of, you know, not, you know, often we can let people, like, people will say something. So this is about this mind stuff again, is being in our own space, learning about, you know, ourselves, who we are, and being in our own power, in our own space, in our, you know, and knowing in our own mind. So there's a, you know, you've worked through a lot of emotions, and, you know, and you're trusting your intuition a lot more, and it's rather than, and you're not letting other people, because this is what happens, other people like say something, and then we think we get kind of buy into it, you know, and that could have been something that's been happening to us through, you know, most of our lives. And, you know, when we're growing up, through our parents. And this is not about blaming them or anybody else. It's just gives you an insight about, you know, where that could have come from, knowing at the end of the day that, you know, they may have had a similar sort of thing, you know, restrictions through their parents and what has happened to them in their lives, which has created that, the way that they have been. And, you know, as far as, you know, so it's kind of like, it's just like getting to understand and unravel the story behind it, to how you got there, and moving through that. Okay, so then we're going into the soul side of things, and there is, you know, this is the 10 of Wands. So there's something about, you know, moving forward. It's like you're picking up, and you're picking up, basically, you're moving, you're not carrying these burdens. So this is about a release. So something comes to an end fully, and you're transitioning into something that's new with this, on this, whatever the journey is that your soul has been, you've been connecting with, or is connecting with you. Hello. Right. With the wand, so there is definitely some sort of movement there. And then these two here fell out. So the Temperance and the Knight of Pentacles. Whoa. The Temperance, you know, she's about balance, cooperation, sharing, and that sort of thing. I'm just hearing that for those. There's another word that's in my mind, but anyway, cooperation, sharing, balance. She brings that energy into it, and, you know, the sharing. I love them with this card, how it's tipping, pouring, actually. One is the word that I really want to use. You know, from one cup into another. So. And sharing what she has. So this is what there's kind of like a sharing of energy, a sharing of knowledge, a sharing of good times, a sharing of love, and coming from that space. And the soul, it's like there's a remembrance, there's something coming up. So remembering you know, who it is that you know, or going into that space of who it is that you're wanting to be, and, you know, in that space of bringing some balance about in your life. But when we, you know, and moving into the sense of in all areas of our life, but we have to make that decision to do that. Okay, so and then we have the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is like, he's you know, he's talking about whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's a business or you're expanding on it. Oh, she's got fur all over me. There's something, whatever it is that you're doing, that is towards, you know, your career, or a financial, you know, financial stability, or building on your business. It could be that you've taken on a project that is going to make you some money outside of the business or the job that you've already got for some of you. But the Pentacles is generally about, you know, career, finances, financial wealth, and material possessions, work, blah, blah, blah. So I'm hearing like there's a sense of you getting out of this ego side of you as well, moving into that. So there may be a little bit more of that you are addressing for yourself. But there's something of that talking about, there's going into that space of, you know, with this business, it's like how, you know, that you've started it. There's that sense of like, how do I, when do I, blah, blah, blah. But he's talking about, the energy is talking about creating, shaping, transforming, and growing. So there's a process in there. So some of yous maybe, you know, have taken those steps and it's moving along. That's where I'm going with that. That was a bit drawn out. So with that, with this energy. So the Knight of Cups the Knight of Pentacles comes to let you know, yes, there is something moving towards that. It's just now you've taken some steps, and it's yeah, the seeds you've planted, the fields are plowed, the seeds have been planted, and now you're moving more on your way. Okay, so I want to put that there. And it's like now it's finding the balance in all areas of your life with the temperance there. So that's a mind, body, spirit, soul is it's communicating there. Cool. Whew. Anyway, I'm going to leave that with you now, Libra. So I hope that makes sense to you. You know, drop me a line, and don't forget, if you remember to subscribe to my channel, and let me give it a thumbs up, comment, or whatever, to let me know how this resonates with you. Okay, and like I say, it may not fully now, and so it might be, you know, if it doesn't fully now, maybe come back to this in a couple of weeks, or in a week's time, and see what happens, see where you're at. But there's some beautiful movement, and I do feel like this, because this is for in the next couple of weeks, but I do have a feeling I will be connecting with you again next week on saying that. Okay, so yeah, bye for now. Catch you soon. God bless you and God protect you. My amazing spiritual team, and I will leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure. Okay, and prosperity and abundance. Bye for now.